bottoms of Florida, I am in your state next week. I'm going to Orlando, Tampa, Miami, and West Palm Beach. And then in April, I'm headed to Sacramento for a whole weekend, Nashville, and Atlanta. I hope you guys will come out and see me. I have a text alert. If I haven't listed your city yet, it'll text you once a year when I'm in your town. Go to AshleyGavin.com. Go ahead and text TOUR to 877-497-0441. I have dates coming up all over the country, ranging from Milwaukee down to Southern California, back all the way up to the East Coast. Go check it out. Enters you for free tickets and to get dinner with me in your city, no matter where you live in the U.S. And then today, we have one of my old friends from comedy, an incredible comedian, Caitlin Peluffo. You've seen her on The Late Show with Stephen Colbert. Just a beast of a comedian. She's also got a great podcast called Good Time Gal. Go check it out. She tells two great stories, actually, on the podcast today. And one of them is about a threesome that she had, and another is about a German soccer player. So there's something for everybody. I love Caitlin so much. Go support her work. Caitlin Peluffo. Check out her Instagram. She's on tour right now. Totally fantastic. And I hope you have a great week, guys.
I'm straight, but I have had gay sex.
Oh my God, what? I didn't know that.
I know. I've had it twice. Tried it on. The shoe didn't fit.
Had to have been art school.
One was art school. One was soccer.
Okay,
Wow.
Yeah. But the soccer one, I was 16. It was a German exchange student.
Oh my gosh!
It was a slow build, and then it was the last night, and then it was me and Annie sharing a twin bed. We hooked up. It was no mouth stuff downtown, but there was hand stuff. I also wrote to her, and she never wrote me back.
Well, that's gay. Did you write her an email or a letter?
Both. It was very
the
sad.
Email follow-up. Just following up with my love letter. Why are you hanging yours? Is it that bad a day?
No, I thought it was a cool look.
It is kind of a cool
kind of
look.
like Britney
I'll
and the
do it
snake.
too.
Didn't Britney Spears have a snake on her at one point?
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm a slave
Oh.
for you.
Sorry
At
to
the VMAs.
reference her
Thank you
most
so much.
problematic song by accident.
I was about
what
to
if it's
say.
I'm a snake for you? They could just easily do that radio edit. I'm a snake for you.
Do you think that has the same? Okay. Do you
Je ne
think,
sais quoi?
do you
No,
think
I don't.
Do you think men want Britney to be a snake?
No, men don't want no anaconda.
Yeah. Do you think that song could get made today? I'm a slave for you.
No.
Well, whatever. There were Greek slaves.
Right.
Yes.
That's what I'm
Yes.
saying. But do you think that people are so woke?
Yes.
Oh, I see.
I
see.
do.
Because there were Jew slaves.
Yeah,
of course.
Jew slaves.
Almost the most
You know the
famous.
hit song, Jew
I'm
slaves?
a Jew slave for you.
Yeah.
I'm a
Oh,
Jew
you know.
slave for you,
Yeah.
Pharaoh.
Yeah. We played at the hippest bar mitzvahs. Yeah.
Should she be allowed to dance like that? She's 13.
Yeah. Well, Britney basically was when she did that
That's
song.
true.
It was
Oh, yeah,
very
that's
upsetting.
true.
I
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
the
yeah.
whole Britney
She's
thing.
free now.
Well,
We freed Britney, and everything's fine.
have you
Well,
looked
not
at her
yet.
Instagram?
Yeah, oh, no, it's not
Someone
good.
should be watching Britney. I mean,
But not too close.
I'm not, I mean, God bless. She should be able to spend her own money and do what she wants with her body. But
Yeah.
holy she needs a PR someone.
There's gotta be
just someone
There's
to be
a
like,
transitional period. It's sort of like when people come out of like a long. You remember when they released those girls from the basement? The girls escaped the basement they were in for like 13 years or whatever.
I don't know who you're referring to, but yes, it's a sadly common occurrence in
Yeah,
our
yeah, yeah.
society.
And they go
that
on
you
the
got
news.
basement girls every once
it's like,
in a while.
which one's the one in Ohio, the one in Detroit, the one in Florida? There's definitely some in Florida. Utah's killing the game in the basement lady situation. But yeah. No. Yeah.
I love when we have comedians on.
Yeah, it's always
It's so
funny.
nice. You're so funny. Okay, we are in the apartment. We are all free. Tell them that you're free and that you're not my basement girl.
I'm not
a basement girl.
Good basement
I'm an
girl.
aspirational basement girl.
Alex affirms he is a basement girl.
Alex, into the mic.
I am a basement girl.
Thank you.
Yeah, you say it, you basement. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. You seem really nice.
I do think that that's something that the three of us have in common is that we would say, yeah, you little bitch. I'm sorry. Immediately I apologize.
That didn't feel
We
right.
have that like fun feminist energy where it's like, oh, we're taking back our power. We can act like men, but we're also sad about that.
Yeah. We shouldn't. No one should talk to anybody like that. We understand that. God, we're just adding to the problem. Fuck me. All right.
Well, we are really lucky today. We're in the apartment. We're having gay sex.
Yeah.
with a phenomenal comedian. I started with you.
Yeah.
We started around the same time
Hell yeah.
and in the same cult.
That's for sure a cult. 100%.
It was an open mic.
Yeah.
Oh, you did too.
It was my
but you
full-time
came
job.
up- It was your full-time job.
You
It
got
was my
paid?
full-time
Didn't
job
get paid for it.
before I started doing comedy.
Oh my
Are you
God.
serious?
Mhm.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah. Back when you had long
Basically,
hair.
Yeah.
We were kind of part of a pyramid scheme. I don't want to talk about it. No one wants to talk about
I
it.
deeply
No.
fear legal action.
Oh,
Oh
I don't.
my
I
God.
hope this ass sues me. I hope.
No! I'm serious. Bleep it. No, not even Patreon. I am deeply afraid.
He's not listening to this. He doesn't know how to turn on an iPod. Are you kidding? He's just like, wow. He's just too busy
Doing
pacing.
cocaine.
Yeah.
Oh no.
No, he's sober now. He's sober
that's
now.
For the next 2 weeks, will be sober.
Ashley!
I don't care. I
Oh,
hate
she's
him.
got a vendetta, baby. Taking him down one snort at a time.
He's on a very short list of people. I forgot to introduce you. We're one of the best comedians working the clubs in New York City, travels all over the U.S.,
All
has a
over.
great podcast, Good Time Gal, Caitlin Peluffo.
That's me. That's me.
Somewhere, a thing on the soundboard made an applause. and
Oh, that's great. I love applause.
we didn't.
I
we
live
didn't
for
hear it, but
like Gaga.
thank you for being here on such
Thank
short
you.
notice.
Thank you for having me. I did your show on Sunday and it was an absolute blast.
So fun.
Good.
Yeah,
Such a fun
yeah.
show. I have a show every Sunday, you little pieces of shit.
Yeah, get there.
Come on through in New York. You were phenomenal.
Thank you. It was
And
fun.
I'm gonna shout out the patrons who all were like, if you don't get Caitlin on the pod, we will never forgive you.
I
We will
got-
leave.
I got one message. She was like, "You were great. Do you want to do her podcast?" And I was like, yeah, I'd love to do her podcast, but I think she has to ask me. I was like, I would love to. Yeah. She's like, okay, and I was like, all right.
Do you know who
I don't know. I'd have to look it up, but
That is so
Your
funny.
phone,
to
we'll
me.
find out at the end of the
yeah.
episode.
She was so sweet. She was so nice.
But yeah.
Okay, so Caitlin was booked on the podcast by a listener.
patron. And frankly, they pay my salary. So if they say they want Caitlin Peluffo, they
All
get Caitlin Peluffo. No, but also I've told everybody who listens to this pod, we reach out to a lot of people. And they don't always get back to us to do the podcast because
Yeah.
they're fucking stupid. Or they're just busy and they didn't see it.
Yeah.
So a great way to book someone that you want on is actually to go to them. You know, if they hear from their fans,
Yeah.
Ashley Gavin would love to have you on the podcast,
Yeah.
they're more likely to do it.
Yeah. It was just, it felt like I didn't know how to respond because I was like, I'm pretty sure you don't book this. I'm pretty sure you don't, but
It's
I
like
mean,
a 16-year-old with an anime character icon profile picture.
My liege.
she was very nice and very supportive. I was like, yeah, I'll do it. Yeah, I love
Very
Ashley.
Well, I'm so glad to have you. Let's do intros, and then I want to talk about one very quick thing.
Okay.
We're not going to spend that much time on it.
Okay.
And then if you never listened before, we go round table. We each talk about the gay sex that we've had this week.
Okay. Very good.
And Caitlin will surprise you.
Yep.
All right.
Always do.
Copy this format. I'm Ashley Gavin. I'm a cis gay white woman, she, her pronouns. Guys, I'm going to be touring like 24 to 30 cities this year. I can't announce them all. Yeah, please, for the love of God, just sign up for my email or text list, please. I'm doing a giveaway. I'm giving away 2 tickets in every city, and we're doing a merch giveaway. AshleyGavin.com. You'll find it there. Did I say I'm a cis gay white woman?
No, I don't think
You
That.
did. You said it at the beginning.
Okay,
Oh,
great.
okay.
Yeah,
She,
yeah.
her pronouns. And then, as always, coming with me on a lot of those tour stops.
Yeah.
The cancel coach that keeps me from getting canceled. Fat in the chat. What sports? You big soccer.
Soccer. Big soccer.
I didn't come up with a pun today. No puns.
What the fuck is happening?
Usually I come up with a, like, if it were badminton, which we've done before, I'd be like, he can't find his shuttlecock anywhere.
Oh, I see. Okay,
You know what I mean?
all right.
So soccer ball.
The goaltender of my heart.
Aw.
The
That's a sweet
goaltender
one.
of all of your heart.
Yes.
Kate Sis.
Hey!
That's good. It's me,
Kate
you.
says the cancel coach, the fat in the chat. I am a white bisexual lesbian dyke. Any pronouns? My gender of the week, as submitted by the listeners, is when you ask for a boy's toy to be in your Happy Meal at the McDonald's drive-thru. And that is spot on. So thank you for sending those. You can keep sending them to at @DKateSisk on Twitter and Instagram. And maybe that Instagram is almost to 10K.
We're almost at 10K. Kate to 10K. We're doing it.
We're doing it.
And then you introduce yourself. Anything you want to plug?
Sure, yeah. I'm Caitlin Peluffo. I'm a lady. Put that in quotes. But I'm a cisgendered female.
Yeah.
And I'm straight. Curveball. And I am also going on tour a bunch.
Yeah, nice.
I have it on my Instagram. I have a link tree up.
What? Give me some March dates.
March dates. Okay, March. I'm coming out. I'm opening for Mateo Lane, Laugh Boston, March 4th and 5th.
Fun.
And then I'm working with Fortune Feemster in
So cool.
I would love for her to do the
Michigan,
Yeah.
18th and 19th of March. And then I'm also doing City Steam Brewery in Hartford, Connecticut. I'm headlining that one March 25th and 26th.
Nice.
And then the big one, I need people to come to this one, is Go Bananas in Cincinnati, March 31st through April 3rd.
We will make one of
Yes.
those. We'll definitely announce that one.
Holy smokes,
Well,
please, God.
Yeah. Caitlin Peluffo. CaitlinPeluffo.com at
Oh,
Caitlin
yeah.
Peluffo.
Yeah. Mama's not a draw, so please.
That's not true. That's not true.
Oh, it's true.
Mama's a draw once you've seen her.
If you see Caitlin
That's
Peluffo, you
very
will be a
nice.
fan for the rest of your
Yeah.
life.
Oh, you're a kind woman.
I need to address a subject. Did we talk about the MILF DMs that I'm getting?
Ooh.
Yes. I believe so. It might have been on a bonus, though.
You're
Okay.
getting MILF DMs?
I slept with a mom, and there's debate about whether or not she's a MILF because she's 28.
No.
I'm in the minority. The young moms.
And you're in your 30s.
Shut the
You weren't
fuck
like
up.
a 21-year-old with a 28-year-old.
Yeah, that's what?
But
no.
it sort of implies that you can't have a MILF unless you're under 25.
You gotta have crow's feet to be a MILF.
I see.
She was perfect.
For me, it definitely is like a set age range. But if I'm willing to be lenient with that definition, then I think the person being older than you.
And also, isn't it, yes, older than you for sure. Then also, isn't it like the mom you'd like to fuck is from the vantage point of the teenager who just learns about sex?
I think
so they
that's
have to have a
what's-
teenage child
What is the...
in order to.
Oh,
Because
okay.
Stacy's mom has
Yeah.
got
Or
it
like Mrs.
going.
Robinson.
Yes, you got to be able to fuck in order to be a MILF. So your kid's got to be able to fuck in order to be a MILF.
I love that.
Why? Wait,
love
can you
that.
explain that to me?
So like you got to have like a teenage kid.
Who says that
You know
I can't
how I
also
said-
fuck the
no.
2-year-old?
Oh, Jesus.
Wow, this took a turn.
Right away. I see. This is what I'm saying, that like there was, when I was a teenager, I was like looking at my teachers and my friends' moms as like, oh my God, they're so hot.
Yeah,
and that imprinted into my brain.
That's a MILF. Yeah.
And now like 40 through 70 and or just 30 years on top of whatever I am is attractive.
So if you had
Wow.
sex with a 50-year-old,
I think that's a MILF situation.
Yeah.
okay, what if you had sex with a 40-year-old?
I think it's still a MILF situation.
Yeah,
She
yeah.
got more than 10 years on me.
Okay.
Yeah.
But then as soon as you turn 40, 50, is it still a MILF?
You're fucking your peers.
I think that she is a MILF, but I don't know if our relationship it would be fulfilling.
So you're
my
saying
Be
MILF.
two MILFs.
There's two types of MILF qualifiers, and they're separate. There's like a MILF to you, and then there's a MILF to society.
I think
Yes.
you could be. I think there could be like a couple where it's a silver fox and a MILF. And the MILF likes that her husband's a silver fox, and the silver fox likes that his wife is a MILF, but they're not playing those roles to each other.
Okay.
Yeah, they're
I love
just
that
partners.
you're just describing your ideal future right now.
Yeah.
I do. I say to Chelsea all the time, like whenever I like, there's a MILF on TV or something, I'll be like, ooh la la, and she'll be like, shut up, and I'm like, you shut up. You're lucky. You're just
Yeah,
gonna
yeah,
get
yeah,
older
yeah.
the rest of your life,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna be more and more attracted to you.
Yeah, hotter and hotter, baby.
Well, thank you
Okay,
guys
yes.
for settling. This was on the Gus Constantelis episode that I know none of you listen to because I look at the data and you don't listen to men, and it's one of the funniest episodes that we've done, and I fucked a mom, and I think she's a MILF, and go listen to it.
Gus is so funny.
Gus is so funny.
He's so funny, so sweet. I had him on Good Time Gal.
Nice.
Yeah. He shit his
so
pants. He's
sweet.
shit. He's shit.
He's
He's
shit. We also
so
talk
drunk
about
that
shit.
he shit himself. It's great.
He shit. Sorry.
Yeah, no, he definitely
He
pooped.
shit, she shit down by the seashore. Anyway.
It's really a he shit, she shit
Yeah,
situation.
that was better.
What a shitstorm.
Let's get into it. I did have gay sex this week. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
I'll snap for you.
Wow,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
listeners
yeah.
are going to love that. How are you not gay?
Do you know people ask me that still? I opened for Fortune Feimster and I got DMs being like, it's a shame that you're not gay.
Dude, you would fucking slay pussy on the road. You would fucking slay on the road, dude. You would get so much ass on the road.
Dude, I feel like you already get ass on the road because you go on the road with your ass.
What was that?
I didn't mean to speak about him so disparaging.
You mean my boyfriend?
you yelled-
Okay.
You yelled that you bombed. Yelled that you bombed.
I didn't bomb, but I do deserve a yellow flag. Wait, for
I
literally
didn't even-
referring to
I
a
didn't-
human person
A
as
little piece
your
of ass.
He comes with you
Every
everywhere?
once in a while, yeah.
Sometimes you let him.
Yeah, well, he tours a bunch on his own.
Yeah.
If he has a club I'm trying to get into, I'll feature for him or co-headline, and then vice versa.
Nice. It's
But
so
now
cool.
now we're both kind of on our own because
Yeah.
we're so different. Like he's
Yeah.
clean. He only works clean, and I'm
Yeah.
just like, oh, let's talk about my vagina and mass shootings, huh? Want to do that?
That's the podcast. This is the perfect podcast for you. That's all we do. We make so many school shootings. I don't know how our audience has stuck with us for this long. What's the dynamic? Because the thing about your relationship with Steve is that you guys are both good comedians. That's good. You know what I mean? I feel like so often
There's a couple where
there's
like only one person is talented.
yeah, and you're like, how? Why?
Well, at first it was great because we got Colbert around the same time.
Literally,
so that
like,
was
same taping, right?
yeah. He was the one taping after me.
Okay.
But we were both picked for it at the same time.
That's so fun.
Yeah. So we both there was no jealousy, which is nice.
Yeah.
And then we traveled on the road co-headlining for a long time, and then now we've just kind of built our own audiences where
Yeah.
it's like people
Yeah.
expect me to be filthy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then like we did one show where like it was like an Elks Club. Steve bombed. He went first, he bombed, and I was like, well, if they don't like Steve, they're gonna like me. And then I went up there and I bombed, and I was like, we can't make anyone happy. This is awful. But usually, so now it's like one audience over the other.
Yeah.
And so neither of us kill. It's always just like we both do fine.
Yeah.
So now it's
Yeah.
like it's time to go.
To go our own way.
Yeah.
That's so
So you guys are
fascinating.
breaking
That's
up.
very cool.
Yeah. That's it. We're done. Finished.
Um,
I
And
get
then
the
you'll
cat.
be gay and get puss on the road.
Yeah.
you should really give it a shot. I'm gonna stop. Okay. It's rude. It's just
Wait
rude.
till you hear my story.
I know. I'm really excited. I had gay sex this week, but that's not what I'm gonna talk about. This is gonna be a quickie because I realized I don't think I've done a Bryn Mawr story.
Just when you were like a TA or something.
I went to a women's college
Okay.
and I dated this girl at my women's college.
Oh, is
For a
she the
couple
one you had the
years.
cat with hidden in your dorm?
Yes, that's what I'm gonna talk about.
Oh, maybe we did talk about that.
No, but I didn't tell like the whole story.
Okay, let's hear the
But
whole story.
basically, like, I was in love with this girl.
Mhm.
I loved her so much. She was like this like 5'10" redhead. Like I just thought she was like a model. You know what I mean? Like I just adored her. And she was so smart. And kind of like toward the beginning of senior year, we sort of like stopped having sex very often. And she was studying for the LSAT. And so I thought, and by the way, she aced one of her LSAT. She got like a 180 on the LSAT. Isn't that
Great
crazy?
job. That's
Whoa.
amazing.
Just powerful femme. Very powerful femme.
Good.
Definition, my type is very much like femme in a blazer. Very much femme in a blazer.
Yeah. I like that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
This could all be yours.
None of this weak women shit.
Simba. Everywhere the light touches
is
be your
pussy.
pussy. But not
Um,
the elephant graveyard.
You're wiping the cum on
Yeah.
on your forehead.
on the forehead on Caitlin's forehead.
I am blessed in the pussy juice.
Scar's just like an old queen who's like, it's not worth it, honey.
Oh my god, why are all Disney villains fucking gay?
Well, I know that Ursula is because she's
A drag
legitimately
queen.
based on a drag queen.
Yeah.
But
But
she's
Jafar-
also the best character.
Jafar is
Yeah, she's great.
Jafar is like overly straight though. His whole thing
That is a
that he's like
closeted gay
slow
man.
motion sexually assaulting Jasmine. I
It's like-
understand that sexual assault has to do with power and not attraction necessarily.
You're
Straight
canceled,
up
whatever.
wearing a dress. He's wearing a dress.
Jafar?
Yeah, he's wearing a dress.
I'm so glad that
And a cape.
Agrabah is like
Come
a fake country, so it's impossible for us to be culturally insensitive right now.
That didn't even occur to me. Oh my God, where's my red flag?
Our
I'm a
listeners are
piece of shit.
lesbians. They're very upset. No matter what the fuck you talk about, they're upset.
I'm
Okay,
sorry.
all right, fine.
Whatever. I have to tell
Jafar's
this
a
fucking
rapey
story.
dress gay. Fine.
So I was dating her. I was so in love with her, and it was starting to like fall apart. And during this time, we both sort of found, but she found him first. Outside the dining hall, this little orange tabby had been walking around, and they had been
redheads.
Yes, they were both redheads. And let me tell you, fucking the cat didn't feel as good.
Yeah. No, that makes sense.
So she texts me. She's like, Are you in your dorm right now? In the dorm right now? Oh, and we shared a dorm. We pushed the beds together.
Oh my God.
Bryn Mawr has beautiful dorms. So we had a fireplace and like these bay windows. It was like a little slice of heaven in our little queer world.
Oh, that's very sweet.
Yeah. So she's like, text me. She's like, come, I need help or whatever. I don't even remember how she phrased it. And she comes into the room carrying the cat, who we named Hafner with an A, not Hefner, after the dining hall, which was the name of the dining hall.
Wow, you guys got real creative, huh? What do I see? Hafner! Your name should be Hafner.
Oh, little Miss hiding under a bush.
That's where I get my Caesar salad. I'm gonna name you Hafner.
I thought it would be fun to name the cat after something that reminded me of a time and a place in my life. Forgive me.
The food?
Forgive me
You
for
thought
a
about the
memento.
food?
Bryn Mawr was just. I didn't want to name the cat Bryn Mawr.
Little fat kid. Keep it hard.
Anyway, you fucking assholes.
Yeah, you don't fool me at all with those tiny little legs. You like to eat.
Dude, I have this. Okay, I cannot talk about my stomach right now. Okay, so I found out something about my body that's super interesting. Whatever.
Getting a colonoscopy next month. Don't have time for that either.
Okay, we must keep moving. We must keep moving.
Okay, no, I got it together.
You have a heart out. You have to go to therapy. Stop with the sick riffs. Stop. Stop riffing.
I need mental health.
Is it like your first appointment? You're acting like it's your first appointment.
No. I'm 2 months in, and oh boy,
Okay, so it's
she's
pretty new.
She's working.
She's working.
So
She's earning her money.
Doing a deep tissue massage
that's
on my
good.
brain.
That's good.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
funny.
yeah.
Okay, so she brings the cat in, and then we like go through the process of hiding this cat from everybody because we don't want to get in trouble, and fostering it so that it can get adopted. We go and we get it neutered, we get it checked out, we get, all the shots, like all those things. And the cat like has been in a suit. He's very friendly. He comes out a little bit, but he really mostly resides in this suitcase under the bed. That's like kind of like where he's hanging out.
Okay.
Because I don't know that he was ever really an indoor cat.
Yeah.
So we find this dude who takes the cat. I think his name was Brian. And he takes the cat. We go back to my dorm room. She tells me that she's not gay. She's firmly straight. She's so not. She's hooked up with women since, FYI. She's firmly straight, and she breaks up with me.
Oh, no.
And dates Brian.
And no, not Brian. No.
Oh my God.
But
thank
she
God.
leaves
She
and
fucks the
goes like,
cat.
she starts, the cat is gone, but she's like, I'm leaving you to find that cat. And I'm going to fuck it. She like goes home she lives nearby. Her family's nearby. So she stays at home for a few days. And I am just absolutely devastated and alone.
Yeah.
So I proceed to do what I think any lesbian would do in this situation. I have to get my cat back. Yeah.
You stole the cat back?
So I called Brian and I made basically 3 attempts. The first attempt, I like reasoned with him. The second attempt, I cried.
Oh, yeah.
And the third attempt, I just kind of straight up yelled at him. I'm 21 years old and I'm like just
How old is he?
in the middle of a breakup, probably around the same age. And I'm just like rageful. And I had no right to do this to poor Brian, but he gave me the cat back.
He did?
Yeah.
He's like, this bitch isn't going to stop.
It wasn't a good... right. And
This is Brian's like 5th time getting a cat taken away from him by a Bryn Mawr lesbian who changed her mind.
Yeah. He's now a huge homophobe. He's like, fuck these bitches. keep stealing cats. They just love pussy. Pussy, pussy, pussy. They gotta take it anywhere they can get. You give me that puss. I want the pussy. Why don't I get the pussy? Give me the pussy. He's an incel. He's just a Trump supporter now. You fucking broke him. God damn it.
Oh my god. He might be dead because he doesn't wear a mask or get vaccinated.
Yeah.
So, just to reframe Brian, he was actually a friend of my ex-girlfriend's.
Oh shit. Okay.
And he was actually feeling like the cat was not a good fit. For
Okay.
some reason, they were not getting along, which is so weird because this cat. So here's what happened. I get the cat. He goes back to his place under the bed, suitcase. I'm in bed weeping my breakup. He comes out from under the bed, hops up, spoons with me,
Aw.
and that's how we slept for the next 10 years until he passed away.
Oh my.
Isn't that so sweet?
That's really sweet.
He was like my best friend and soulmate and a cat.
That's really
That's
sweet.
very sweet.
And that's my gay sex from this week.
Yeah, real upper. And then he died. But that is very sweet. That
Usually
is
I have
so
a
sweet.
raunchy story. I try to do more raunchy stuff because you tend to do more thoughtful stuff.
Do I?
Yeah, you do. But
All I can remember is talking about my asshole blade.
I blocked that out.
Anyone would.
Listener, do not miss me when I'm in your city. I know you miss my TikToks and my Instagram posts, and sometimes you skip podcast episodes. I'm only in town once a year, so let me text you once a year when I'm in town. Or I can email you, ashleygavin.com. There's going to be 25 cities on this tour. Don't miss your city. Listener, don't forget to support the Patreon, patreon.com/WHGS. That's how we pay Alex. He is a full-time employee of the podcast. We could not pay him on ads alone. That's how we pay Kate. And of course, me also. This is full-time work, so please consider going and donating. And in return for those donations, you get bonus episodes. You get comped tickets when I'm in your city. You get extended, unfiltered, uncut episodes, weekly access to my Zoom stream of my show in New York, and lots of other stuff. Patreon.com/WHGS. Caitlin, did you have gay sex this week?
Not this week, but I have had gay sex.
Oh my God, what? I didn't know that.
I know. I've
I
had
didn't
it
know that
twice. 2
either.
times, baby.
2 times.
Yeah, I tried it on. The shoe didn't fit, but I did try.
Are you fucking
Try to
serious?
show on both feet.
Yeah. Woo, right and left. Woo, always felt like I was tripping. Didn't know what I was doing.
Was it the same person?
No, it
No,
had art
no,
school.
different
It had
people.
to have been art school.
One was art school, one was soccer.
Okay,
Wow.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So you really tried both types
Yeah.
of lesbian.
And I...
But you haven't fucked the
100%.
cat yet, though?
No kitty cat, but look at that little piece of minx.
How old were you with the soccer one?
But the soccer one, I was 16.
Wow.
It was a German
You were-
exchange student.
Oh my God! Why is Germany the gayest country? Like when you think lesbian, you think of what's her name, the Prime Minister of Germany, not anymore.
Merkel.
Angela Merkel.
Is
Angela.
she gay?
I don't think so. She just
That,
feels
what a win that would have been, you know? God. A win for the gays.
one of the greatest politicians of all
Wow.
time.
For
though.
sure. 100%.
Wow.
Yeah. But yeah. Annie was her name. She was they had
Ani.
Yeah, Ani. She was tall. She dressed like a boy.
Was
She
she
walked in
blonde?
with a Tupac Shakur shirt on that was 4 sizes too big. And I was like,
What year was this?
16.
16,
Don't give away my age.
Oh, I'm sorry.
How dare you? I actually don't care. I'm in my 30s.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to think. 16. So what 2004-ish?
No clue. Because who knows when Germany actually got Tupac.
Yeah.
I'm more going on your birth year, but yeah, if you want to identify it based on the
Nah,
shirt, we can figure
I'm
it
not-
out that
I was
way.
an
No,
art
this is
student.
so
I'm not
funny.
doing
So
math.
was she like, I'm here and I'm gay?
Yes, she was very much
Okay.
I am a gay 16-year-old.
And you were like,
Damn,
I'll
and
try
back
it.
then, when we were teenagers, no one was doing that.
Yeah. No, she was very forthcoming about it. And because she made the moves on me. It was the last
Oh,
night
wow.
that they were staying because it was a traveling soccer team and we did like an exchange program. The
Yeah. So
Germans
So she's
came
like
here.
flirting with you
Oh, yeah. And like
throughout the whole thing,
throughout the whole thing.
touching you, like how?
No, it was a slow build.
Okay.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
a slow build.
Classic.
And then it was the last night, and there were back rubs involved. And the crazy thing is, there was another girl staying with us. We had 2 German exchange students. And so the last night, we were like, let's have a big slumber party. You know, we're all going to miss each other. And then it was me and Annie sharing a twin bed. And then this other girl was just passed out asleep. and she fell asleep. And then Annie just started like touching my boobs. And then I was like, yeah, okay,
Dang.
this is nice.
That just feels great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it was like, it was a little bit
I
of
don't know why I'm
touching.
saying it like, yeah, anytime, anybody, anywhere. Just touch a boob.
Yeah. Nope, don't say that. I'm sure some straight boys are listening to this and they're probably just like, oh, you can do that? They like that? No. Do not touch
There
anyone's
was a
boobs.
slow, longing lesbian German build to this.
Yeah. And we hooked up. It was no mouth stuff downtown, but there was hand stuff
Hand stuff.
downtown.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah, and then it was a lot of kissing and making out. We didn't sleep at all.
Yo,
And,
Whole night.
wow.
All night. Yeah.
That's gay sex. I would say that's gay sex.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Fingering and kissing all night.
When you're 16, I was just like,
I mean, yeah.
what am I? I like freaked out.
Yeah, Were you confused after it happened?
I was a little confused afterwards because I was like, I can't believe I, hooked up with this person. Does that mean I'm gay? Am I blah, blah, blah? And then I realized, who gives a shit? And I moved on with my life, and because Annie left, so you don't have that constant reminder,
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Out of sight, out of mind.
and then
out of my
that-
pussy, out of my
I
heart.
was gonna say out of gay, out of mind.
pretty much. I also wrote to her, and she never wrote me back.
Well, that's gay. That's fucking gay. That you wrote her a
wrote her.
letter.
I
You
wrote
wrote a
her.
letter to your German lover
Yeah.
and sent it across the
And
sea.
it was unrequited.
Yes.
To be
she
fair,
said no.
Did you write her an email or a letter?
Both. Yeah. It was very
The
sad.
email follow up. Just following up with my love letter.
Like, because I
Just
had
circling
her.
back on the passionate sentences that I wrote for you by hand.
Remember when you grabbed my boob? Okay. I was just laying there pretending to be asleep and rubbing my butt into your crotch, and you grabbed my boob. Straight up rude, Annie. But I think I went to Germany like the next year. No, I didn't. We had more German people come, but I didn't fuck any of them. Yeah. And then in college, there was this girl. We had like a threesome situation.
Yeah.
And then the guy was there, but it was mostly just me and this girl.
That's how I've
Yeah.
heard it often goes.
Yeah. And then it came to doing stuff downtown, and I was like, no.
Yeah.
I can't. And then that's when I was like, I'm not gay.
Yeah.
As much as I like this person, I'm not going to say her name because I think she still follows me on shit. And I don't know, she's kind of crazy. But
Is she gay?
I don't know. I don't think so. But she I didn't like it. I didn't like the guy, and I was drunk, but I liked the girl. And so we did that. And then I realized I was like, well, I'm not
Yeah.
gay. I don't have
I've
any
got a wall
desire.
here
It's
that-
Yeah, I got a wall.
Yeah.
and-
Your body is a body. It's going to
Mhm.
feel nice to be touched. And like,
Mhm.
if you're open to like, the word experimenting is like so pejorative, but
exploring.
like exploring.
Mhm.
Yeah. If you're open to exploring, like you can enjoy those experiences and realize that the level of attraction is just significantly less than,
Mhm.
and still enjoy the experience.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, that happened, and then I didn't want to do it again. And then the next time we hung out, they got mad at me. Both of them got mad at me because
So
I wouldn't
rude.
do it again. And
That's
then,
really
And then
not-
we kind of stopped being friends
Yeah.
after that.
That sucks.
Well, yeah.
That
Mhm.
sucks.
Yeah, it was a real bummer.
It's bad enough when one person is like rude and entitled about sex. It's worse when two people gang up
Yeah.
on you.
It was so bizarre because I was like,
That's so fucking shitty.
it was so weird because I was like,
Yeah.
no, I'm good.
You were in school, there were other
Yeah,
students.
yeah. And I was just like, nah, I'm good. And then they just both got mad at me, and I was like,
And
this is uncomfortable.
it,
I think I'm gonna leave.
And
Yeah.
wrong, I would say.
What was that?
It just seems wrong to like
Yeah.
gang
Yeah.
up on someone and be like, fuck us.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you want to have sex with us? What are you, fucking stupid?
Why wouldn't you want to do twice the work for half the pleasure? But also I feel like rule 101 is like if you try your vegetables and you don't like them, you don't have to eat them anymore.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's like
Yeah.
you're like
Yeah.
I did this with you guys and
Yeah.
it was
I even tried covering it in ranch dressing, I was like, bring a boy in here. Let's just see. And
Yeah.
then it was like, no, but I don't like any of it.
I don't like
I don't
it.
like any of it.
yeah.
So
Well, good for you for trying.
yeah. I mean, you got to try.
I have not.
You have not tried it? Well, yeah. I feel like if you,
You kissed a boy.
Yeah, I kissed him.
Well,
yeah.
that's a try.
I mean, I feel like if you know, there's like, I feel like it is a scale or what's that called? A
Kinsey
spectrum?
scale.
Thank you. Something like that.
Oh, spectrum.
Spectrum, yeah. And so some are here, and so it's just if I'm in the middle a little bit, but I'm like, nah,
Yeah.
I'm straight, But it's like you got to explore. Otherwise, why? I mean, come on. But if you're already over then don't. If you feel it, you feel it. If you don't, you don't. Who gives a shit?
I think a lot of people listening are often message me about like their panic about different people that they're attracted to, like gender wise, and you're a great example of like, oh, you don't have to like panic at all. Actually, you can just try it and have fun, and it's not the end of the world if you don't like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny because Steve and I don't think I'm oversharing, but like we'll find out. He doesn't live in
Cue overshare.
Yeah.
Steve's
not
asshole.
listening to this. No.
Steve loves to be pegged.
I like butch women. Like of the scale, I've always been
For real.
I've always been attracted to women. Remember Danny on Tequila Love?
Yes, of course. I've thought about having them on the podcast.
Danny, I was always like, she is a babe, or they are a babe.
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know
Danny's
either.
pronouns, but firefighter.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Think of that. But very sweet. And I was like, everyone in our apartment was just, all the girls were just like, Danny. Like,
Yeah.
And Steve is also attracted.
A ruby rose, like
to a
early
Danny.
ruby rose. Oh, really?
Yeah. So he also, well, come on.
Yeah. That makes sense.
I'm like a little less
So
of
if
a
you guys
Danny.
brought in a third, it would be
be
like Boo from Orange is the New Black.
Yeah. We would have the same type.
That's
So-
so cool.
Yeah. It's so the door is open. You know what I mean? To the, just like,
Listener,
oh yeah.
write in.
Uh-oh.
Are you butch and want to have a threesome?
With another butch woman and a very effeminate man. Do you want to do that? Because that's my sweet boy, my sweet nervous boy. He wouldn't know what to do. He'd be
Wow,
like,
so you guys would top Steve.
yeah, pretty much.
I'm just like imagining
Eiffel Tower.
That's what I was gonna say. Steve on the bottom, Caitlin and like Danny, just like fist pumping. You fucking
man.
doing it, bro.
Yeah. And he'd be like, this is great.
It is very fun to Chelsea and I are both bi, and it's very fun to like share when our attractions to other people are similar. Like there's a certain kind of guy, like if we're watching a TV show, we'll look at each other and be like, yeah. And my mom had this like sweet habit of calling celebrities or soccer players that she found attractive her boyfriend. like for a long time, Pitbull was her
I feel like
boyfriend.
that's like a very, very our mom's generation thing to do.
Yeah, so I've definitely have
Rosie, I feel like Rosie O'Donnell used to say that Tom Cruise was her boyfriend on her show.
Yeah.
I think she did before she came out.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
so we'll do that sometimes. We'll be like, oh, that's our boyfriend.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Yeah, it's
It's,
fun.
like it's just
That's
like a
one of the-
different flavor of intimacy, I feel like.
I always do that with girlfriends too. Talk about girls that we're both attracted to. It's
Yeah.
what a special thing that's I think mostly more often found in the queer community. But now we can gift this to you. You can do that with Steve.
Yeah.
You can throw on.
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
I don't know what
we
Orange is the New Black, or like soccer. You could throw on the
We
World Cup.
threw on the World Cup, and he was like, okay, I'll watch this. And I was like, and I love this because I love soccer. And I was like, and I'm giving him facts. He's like, I don't care. They look great. Trying to teach him offsides. He was like, who cares? Come on.
There's something great about men who are attracted to butch women. Like, I just love those men so much. Like Fumi. Well,
They're
thank
the
you.
best.
We're gonna go to Kate. Kate, did you have gay sex this week?
My story is from today, right before I came here. I didn't
Okay.
bang, but it is a
Oh.
gay story.
I was so excited, man.
I thought I smelled
my
it on
fingers.
you.
No.
Dude, that's not even ew for this podcast. That's just par for the course.
All right, you bloody asshole bitch. Let's go.
My asshole has. I told my mom. She's like, "Is your ass still bleeding?" And I was like, "No, my ass stopped bleeding, and then it started coming out my vagina." And she was like, "So like your period?" And I'm like, "No, it's not supposed to be my period." And it's like, anyway.
Oh.
I'm getting a colonoscopy.
I hope you're well.
I think I'm okay.
I can't. I couldn't deal. Can we make this about me for a second?
Ashley's
once-
getting my colonoscopy next month. But anyway,
please be okay.
I'll give you updates. I think I'm okay. There's one listener who we always have, we chat sometimes, and it seems like we continue to have bad luck and ailments that the other person is having. So, shout out.
Look out for your asshole and your pussy.
The butt blood.
Butt blood.
Anyway, our water stopped working in our sink in our kitchen.
I knew this was gonna be handy. Like, I knew this was gonna be some sort of home improvement story.
Okay, so the water, it's like a week ago.
The other day, outside of sesh, you were talking to people, and all I heard was, the terracotta's cheaper to get in the off season. And I was like, that's Kate. That's Kate being a dad. Sorry to cut you off. I just had to let people know that that's how you talk.
It is cheaper in the off season.
Thank you. You two are both working on a porch together. How am I the feminist in the room? I'm like the belle of the ball today.
Yes, you are.
I'm a pretty little lady.
You're the one in shorts.
I'm so sorry.
So I mounted, with help from Chelsea, our TV. I was very proud. Went to bed, woke up the next day, came downstairs, and Chelsea was like, the water isn't running. I was like, fuck! I can't just have like 1 second of a win in terms of handiness. So it came back on, but then the dishwasher wasn't working anymore, and then it went back off, and then it was only cold and not hot. Basically, something is wrong, and I'm like, this is definitely just like a frozen pipe situation. It's the first time it's been this cold since we moved in, like, yada, 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 yada. And so I can't solve the problem myself. Chelsea can't solve the problem herself, so I had to call a plumber.
You are such a fucking dad. Also, you're the only New Yorker with a house.
You have a house?
Yeah, they own a house.
I'm not the only New Yorker, but I do feel very, very lucky.
Yes, of course. I'm not calling you out for owning a house. I'm calling you out for being a dad. How are you this dad in New York fucking City? You're like, I had to fix the pipes.
Where is this house?
We live in like East New York.
Is it like a brownstone?
It's like a one family similar to a brownstone but smaller.
And you own it?
It's attached on one side, not the other.
What do you do for a living?
Well, Chelsea's a lawyer, and we had
got
help.
it.
But so I called the plumber, and the plumber comes over, and the plumber is like,
"You old bitch."
No, he's a small man,
like you,
shorter than me.
Oh,
and he was like, "This is your problem," like all this stuff, like right away, like just like knew exactly what was happening, all this stuff. And, I was feeling overwhelmed because I think there's a certain sense of, it's like twofold. It's like Chelsea's the one with the 9 to 5. So like house responsibilities, I have time to deal with, but also I'm like the more masculine one. So sometimes it feels like I don't actually have like a choice. It's like these responsibilities fall to me, and I can't be like, share this with me, because she's like, I'm on a meeting.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, I was writing jokes in a book. So
yeah.
So it's this kind of thing where like just the roles of our relationship leave it to be my responsibility, but also it can feel like a burden of masculinity, and it can make me feel very inadequate, that I don't know how to do things, and I don't even know how to I don't even know how to have somebody else do them for me. Like when I mounted the TV, I was insistent about not TaskRabbiting it. I mounted the TV, I needed Chelsea help, and I was like, this is fucking awesome. I'm so glad I did this myself. And then like with the water and the pipes, I was like, this is above my knowledge set. Like I just can't do this. But it makes me feel, I guess, emasculated that it's difficult for me to even like find a plumber and like decide if what he's saying is making sense, decide if the price makes sense, like say yes or no, ask the right questions. Like it just feels like I'm not it can just feel like a burden. And I don't want to confuse masculinity with responsibility, because I know that those are different things.
You're not.
But there's a way in which I was like, I don't know. I feel like I felt the patriarchy as a woman my whole life. And I was like, oh, this was what it feels like when you're a dude. Like,
yeah.
It's definitely not as bad, but it's like, it just sucks.
It's so funny because whenever I hire someone to do shit like this for me, I just open the door and I go, can I get you any water?
Yeah.
And like, like that's like, you comfortable? Okay.
Yeah.
Like that's like what I do,
No,
yeah,
for
yeah.
sure.
I mean, I definitely did offer them. I said, could I make you some tea? It was really cold.
Ooh, tea.
I did my femme and my butch.
And then you stood behind him and you're like,
yeah, I said, can I make you some tea? And then I crossed my arms and said, so how much this thing gonna run me, huh?
oh, you're using a Allen. I would have gone with a different wrench, but you're gonna use an Allen. Okay, all right. How's your tea though? Good.
But so this
Too hot? You want an ice cube?
sprinkle of honey. The kind of thing that made this experience even gayer is that I brought Chelsea down at one point to be like to meet them and like kind of help me figure things out. And I was like, this is my wife Chelsea, and he was like, Chelsea, and she was like, yeah, and he's like, that's my daughter's name.
Oh.
And then Chelsea like went back upstairs, and he was like, that's your wife? And I was like, yeah. And he was like, my daughter Chelsea is also, and he like paused and he was like, also has a girlfriend. And I was like, that's so sweet. And then he just started saying that he liked her girlfriend and that he kind of knew that his daughter was gay, but he waited for her to come out. And he was like, and when your kid comes out, you have to support them because it's all about like what they want and what makes them happy.
Jesus.
And it was like a very
it was really good. I know, what an incredibly woke plumber.
A well-adjusted plumber dad.
Well, that's the thing is like that term of like woke, right? It's like, yeah, there are people who like try to say the right things like almost performatively or whatever.
Yes.
This was a man who
from his
was
heart.
maybe not, who was from his heart just like trying to be a good dad to his daughter, and from his heart was trying to connect with me. And there is a certain amount of anxiety like when strangers come into your home and realize that it's a queer home.
Yeah.
There's a certain amount of anxiety there. So, from his heart, he was sharing his love for the daughter and for his daughter, and also letting me know like you're safe with me here.
Yeah.
And I just thought it was really
for the
really
straight
lovely.
listeners, it's actually pretty palpable how much that anxiety exists every time you're like, I'm not sure what's gonna happen here when I come out. It does feel, I feel like we're in our bubbles most of the time, so we don't realize it. I also love that he like the performative wokeness, which I hate more than anything on the planet. If you've been to my show, I fucking hate that shit, and I will scream at you about it. I'm sorry about his claws.
No, that's okay.
For the listener, Fulton is on Caitlin's lap.
He's loving it.
But I think if you're in a position and you're like struggling for a word and you don't know what word to use, I think the reaction for the overly woke person is often to avoid the subject. But the nicest thing you could possibly do is be like, oh, how would you like me to refer to you?
Yeah.
What are your pronouns? What's the right thing? Partner, like if you ask politely, that's like the nicest thing that you could possibly, and that's how I treat every situation that I don't understand.
Yeah. It was sweet that he like paused looking for the right word, because I think he didn't want to say, I think he was like, I can't say gay. Because what if it's bisexual? Or
he was reading you as male.
Maybe. Probably not.
That's what I thought when you told the story. You're calling a plumber and you're not happy about it.
Yeah.
And you look the way
you
do.
could offer all the tea in the world, girl.
But it was a nice interaction. It was nice.
That's a very sweet story.
That is.
All right. Well, I think that feels like you're done.
Yeah.
All right. And Fulton has settled in.
Hi, bud.
Well, I think we're at the end.
He's giving me bedroom eyes.
I know, he's just the sweetest little muffin.
I'll give everyone updates on the leaks with the sink and my asshole. So
that's great.
Stay tuned.
Two leaky faucets.
That sounds like a one-woman show.
Yeah, two leaky
faucets.
So this is when we do butt plugs. You've basically plugged everything, but you've got your show. Where was that last one? April?
Comedy Shrine in Aurora, Illinois, right outside of Chicago.
Nice.
Yep.
Yeah.
Go to that. Here's the thing. You can just, you little piece of shit, go to CaitlinPeluffo.com or at Caitlin Peluffo and just look at the dates and then get on her mailing list or like whatever it is. You must go see this comedy.
Yes.
I mandate that you go see the
Please,
comedy.
please
Yes.
come see my
It
comedy.
is both hilarious and thoughtful. It is feminist. It's so good. She's like just so good. You have to go see it.
very
Silly
kind.
and smart,
Yeah.
I feel like.
You're gonna enjoy
Oh,
it.
That's fun.
Because I feel like if Pandora or Spotify were if they're like, oh, you're a fan of Ashley Gavin, you might like
Yeah.
Caitlin Peluffo.
Yeah.
I really think that if someone likes my comedy, they're going to love your comedy.
Ugh, look at that. Dream team, huh?
Dream team! But too
Team.
much. Like, if we ever open for each other, too much.
Yeah, it would be a lot. People would be like, wait, what's happening?
It's just screaming
Well, unless
brunettes.
it was just
Yeah.
a bunch of
Screaming brunettes
Steves
is
in the
name.
audience.
Yeah. Why is everybody so mad? Yeah, Steve would be in heaven. He'd be like, yes. And then he'd wear shorts and he'd be like, no, not big enough.
Yeah, I think Steve could still beat me in a fight.
He'd be too scared. He'd be like, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be here. I'm so sorry. He's got wonky ears.
I know.
I love them so much.
They're cute.
They're the cute. One ear has folds and one ear doesn't.
Oh.
So they don't match in size. And it is the cutest thing. I literally, my friend from college had that too.
Yeah.
I called it her wonky ear. So now I come up and go, hey, wonk, wonk. And then I just flap his non-flappy ear. It's
Aw.
very, very fun.
That's sweet.
Yes, it's very inside baseball.
No, some of our listeners.
I
For
love how I
whatever
was going to
reason.
say intimate, and Caitlin was like, inside baseball, I would say.
Yeah, I'm not offering the plumber shit. Okay.
That's how Caitlin asked Steve to have sex.
Yeah.
You want to play a little inside baseball? I'm the catcher.
I only got time for third base. Let's go, boy.
Oh, so funny.
Shout out for the Patreon going into this gay thought, patreon.com/WHGS. You get up to 4 bonus episodes a month, comped tickets to my shows, extended uncut footage of this all kinds, streaming my weekly show here in New York, all kinds of incredible stuff, patreon.com/WHGS. And once again, next week, I'm in Florida, ashleygavin.com. Sign up for my email or text list because I'm coming to over 25 cities. You'll probably be nearby at some point. And let's get into the gay thought. My gay thought is sort of a real thought as opposed to one of my stupid thoughts. This is a real thought. In making this podcast and trying to make it accessible for as many people as possible, I try to bring on people that don't necessarily, I don't know their experience. And something that I've noticed with having a lot of trans women on the podcast is I'm struck by how whenever I release an episode with, a gay cis man or a queer cis woman, I rarely receive homophobia, but whenever I post an episode with a trans woman in it, I just, the comments come rolling in, the mean, hateful comments. And one time at my show in DC, I was standing outside doing the meet and greet with everybody, and this car went rolling by, and he leaned out the window and he said, "What is all this trans shit about?" But it's striking. It's really striking. And I am surprised that there's not more embracing of the trans community within the lesbian community and the rest of the queer community. And I just want to use this moment as a reminder that we all are in this together. And it's the same type of thinking that will lift us up or bring us down. You know what I mean? A lot of the stuff that people said about gay people a long time ago, they're saying today about trans people, and we shouldn't be exclusive in our thinking and really help everybody, I don't know if that was super articulate, but yeah, it's brutal out there. It's brutal out there. The transphobia is brutal. I want to make sure that everybody is doing everything they can for the trans people in our community. A lot of horrible things are happening right now. We'll be doing some fundraiser shows that fall into line with what I'm saying right now. But yeah, text your trans friends. Say hi. Tell them that you love them. If you've got some extra cash, go donate to the ACLU. They are starting a lawsuit against some of what's happening in Texas. Yeah, stay active, kids. All right. I love you guys. Have a great week.